Mm. By Friday itakuwa na nchi.
Hello guys. Today Africa is mourning the death of Raila Amolo Odinga, former Prime Minister of Kenya. Raila Odinga was pronounced dead. President Ruto, in his statement on national address to the country, said that Raila, and I quote, opposition leader Raila Odinga is a key figure in African politics. He died at the age of 80 years during a trip to India for medical treatment. This is according to local police and hospital officials. The Prime Minister, who was an opposition leader, had five unsuccessful presidential campaigns between 1997 and 2022. He suffered a heart attack at the Devamatha Hospital in the southern India state of Kerala, as confirmed by news sources. So, what President Uhuru, not Uhuru, President Ruto announced. So, before we get to what President Ruto announced, Raila, we all know him as a dominant force in Kenyan politics, and his death will leave a significant leadership vacuum within the country. General election. Raila Odinga had been on a morning walk, accompanied by his sister, daughter, and a personal doctor, and an Indian and Kenyan security officers when he collapsed. He was then rushed to a nearby private hospital, but he was declared dead, said Krishnan M., the additional superintendent of police in Enakula, had earlier reported Raila. According to the report, Raila Odinga has been undergoing medical treatment in the States Kochi City. So as the news broke in Kenya, President William Ruto visited Odinga's family in their Nairobi's wealthy Karen suburb. Hundreds of the late politician's supporters, many of them crying and waving twigs, a word of bad omens, also made their home to pay their last respects. Raila was born in 1945 into one of the country's political dynasties as the son of country's first vice president after independence in 1963. He would become a revolutionary in the eyes of many. Raila Odinga spent most of his adult life in politics, earning a reputation in his early years as a left-wing firebrand who named his son Fidel in honor of the Cuban communist leader Fidel Castro. Years in jail, or first to be imprisoned in 1982 after the coup attempt against the then President Daniel Arap Moi, whose government jailed, tortured, and murdered opponents. After his release, Odinga first entered parliament in 1992 and campaigns in 1997, 2007, 2013, 2017, and 2022. He claimed to have been cheated on the last four elections, and this led to protests after the disputed 2007 election that led to Kenya's most serious bout of political violence since independence. About 1,300 people were killed and hundreds of thousands displaced from their homes in the battles. Large-scale protests were also broke out during the 2017 election, in which the Supreme Court annulled the results of the initial poll, and Odinga withdrew from the follow-up, saying it would not be free and fair. The mysterious Odinga. Odinga's pro-democracy over the years helped drive two of the country's most significant political in 1991 and the new constitution. Throughout his political career, Odinga commanded strong support from his base, many of whom called him Baba or Father in Swahili. That support endured even when he was accused of exploiting ethnic divisions for political benefit or striking deals with his political foes, a practice that earned him the nickname Aguambo, or mysterious one in the Luo language. In March, he signed a pact with Ruto that saw his opposition as the Neo La Umoja party, involved in critical policy making and its members appointed to cabinet. Raila was a great leader. Kenya's former Chief Justice and presidential hopeful, David Maraga, said he was shocked by news of Odinga's death. Odinga was a patriot, a Pan-Africanist, a Democrat, and a leader who made significant contributions to democracy in Kenya and Africa, Maraga wrote on his X account. Kenya has lost one of its most formidable leaders who shaped the trajectory of our beloved country. Africa has lost a leading voice in pushing for peace, security, and development. The world has lost a great leader, he added. Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed was among those who reacted on posting on X. On behalf of the government of Ethiopia, I extend my sincere condolences to the passing on of Kenyan Prime Minister Raila Odinga. May he rest in peace. So, guys, those are some of the reactions that we are following this developing story about the death of Raila Odinga, which has thrown the country Kenya into mourning. May his soul rest in peace.